In the year 1998, my mother got me an audition on Barney. Apparently they were looking for immigrant children especially. I was pretty ecstatic at the time, because I've always wanted to give acting a try. I was 8 years old, wide-eyed, and ready to take my first step into what I thought was my future career. Once reaching the set, something seemed off. I nudged my mom and pointed out that the kids seemed less enthusiastic. "They're just tired, Julian," she said reassuringly. I waved to some of the kids, but they just ignored me. It wasn't exactly a welcoming cast. We met with the producer, who was more than enthusiastic about me joining the cast of kids. "I'll tell you what, Jillian, why don't you go on set and mingle with some of the kids while I talk with your mother?" he said. I felt a little worried leaving without my mother. "Go on," my mother said and motioned me out of the room. I opened the door and exited to the stage, where some of the kids were hanging out near the treehouse prop. "Hey," I say, approaching the kids. They looked different in person, super tired and distressed. One of the girls even had a black eye. "You should go," one of the boys said. "What? Why?" I asked. Just then, I watched as Barney appear from backstage. "Hello, kids," he giggled. "Who wants to play?" The kids remained silent. "Well then, why don't you introduce me to your new friend?" he said, reaching out to shake my hand. "I'm Jillian," I say. "Wow, Jillian, I sure do hope you join us in playing a few games and singing some songs. We sure do love it here," he said, giggling louder. But the last sentence seemed rather strained. "Leave," he whispered before running backstage. "What was that about?" I asked. I could see someone staring at us from behind one of the prop bushes. I didn't recognize him as anyone from the show, but the kids knew he was there too. They remained quiet until the person shifted. "We love it here. Everyone does," one of the girls said, forcing a smile. Just then, my mom reappeared with the producer and casting director. "Thank you so much. We'll be in touch," my mother said. She shooed me out of there as fast as she could. "Did you notice something weird too?" I asked. She mumbled something about the pay being too low and the contract being too lengthy. It wasn't until years later, when I had turned 18, that she told me the truth. She too had seen the man in the bushes and recognized him instantly. He was a child sex trafficker that she'd seen on television a few weeks back. According to her, she thought they were drawing children in with the show and abducting them. It would explain why they were looking for so many immigrant children to guest star. It just seemed easier to get away with when the children were American. Basically, the entire show was a hoax. To this day, I fear watching children's shows with my own child. I often wonder what happens behind the scenes.